Oh, yes. Friday, baby. Late afternoon. Maybe it's the evening for you guys. It's time to settle down for the next hour and power through some bets. We have a lot to get through. A really big NBA slate. A ton of college basketball games. Couple NHL games. Even a few college football games tonight as well. A lot to dive into. A lot to look at. And thank you so much for joining me for around the next hour, guys. We're going to be placing a ton of bets. Let's just jump into it. I'm on the Sharp Money tool right now over here on OddsJam. We're going to definitely put together, starting off, the flex pick over on PrizePicks. I have not created my flex entry yet on PrizePicks, so I'm very pumped for that. So let's just let me just clear out everything. Let's go to PrizePicks 5 or 6 pick flex. So on the Sharp Money tool, we currently have, looks like four options. Don't know how I feel about the Nurkic play. Not a lot of money on this one, but let's take a look at Rasharia. So someone's got $1,700 up. They won his over 11.5 points. We can get that over here on PrizePicks. Again, guys, it's Flex Friday. Make sure to opt into the promos. And the goal here is that I can race through, make this slip before it moves. Before anything bumps. That's what we don't want. Cooper Flag under 28.5 PRA. All right. Keontae under 6.5. Yeah, there's $1,400 here. I don't mind that at all. Like these. All right, so we got 3 in the bag right now. Keontae, we're taking what is under 6.5 assists. Nice. Let's go over the optimizer. 3-man entries. No, or I'm sorry, not 3-mans. We want 5-man entries. I'm just so used to playing 3s. 5-man entries, I want what? Let's go 3 minimum data points. What do we have? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys are having a strong Friday. I know I am. Thompson, Clowney, we talked about this one before. Paolo and Peyton Pritchard, these combo plays. I don't know how to feel about these. Clowney, though, I like this. I like this under on his points and rebounds. Bingo. All right, we got that one. And what's the final one? Looking for... Is this bump already? No, it's still there. Cool. Still there. I got to hurry up. Hurry. It's like the 2-minute drill because I know this is going to bump real soon. Under on the rebounds. We'll see. Make sure you take the insurance on this, guys. Can I do 25 or 20? I can't remember. All right, there it is. Let me share this with you guys. Make sure you take the flex. Make sure that you appreciate that, Chi-Town. Hopefully the spaghetti's good, man. Make sure you cook it long enough. Make sure you take the flex entry. I think I forgot to take it, to be honest with you guys. I think I forgot to click the box. Oh, I think I forgot to click it. Let me double check and just put some randos together. Oh yeah, I already totally forgot to click the Flex Friday boost. So there's a 5-pick slip that I like that we're going to run with insurance on it. Shit. That's all right. We'll come back to it later. We're off and running. All right. So let's go over to Underdog. I'll come back and hit that up here in a second. Oh man, that's hilarious. Don't do what I did. I don't know if I can cancel it. Plus I got the hiccups right now. Not good if you're streaming right away. No, I can't cancel. That's cool. Or maybe I can. Oh, I can cancel. Never mind. Hold on. All right, I can cancel this. All right, let's see if we can do this again. Good Lord, man. Am I just an idiot? Let me go back to this. I apologize, guys. Got to get this together for the flex. That was so bad. It was so bad. What was the plays that I was on? So I like Stephen Castle. Thank God I remembered you can cancel it. Or I'm sure someone in the chat. If you let me know in the chat, muchas gracias. So what else do we have? Yeah, let's play on Thompson and Clowney, but I don't think I can't do Clowney twice. And we're taking his under 17.5. And did they already take it away? They already took it away. Yeah, we liked his under on his points and rebounds, and it already bumped. And to be fair, I had it. I just was too slow with it. So we'll come back over here and add the rest of these plays, and then I'll just go find a fifth play. All right, so we're looking at the over 11.5 points. Keontae under on assist. Welcome to the stream, guys. Taking much longer than I thought, but that's just how it goes. Under PRA. Cool. The Nurkic play, there's just not enough money here. Somebody wants this at minus 118 odds. So we're getting this at minus 119. So it's obviously worth for me under on his points. I'm fine with it. All right, there's the boost. And now I can go ahead and submit this. Let's try this. I got to refresh the app here. I don't know what the issue is. All right, we're going to move on while I go ahead and cook this up because it wasn't submitting through. So let's go over to Underdog. Let's look at some 3 picks over here. I'll remember the play, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little annoying right now. Was it over or under on his points? It was the over, right? Yeah, we wanted the over. Okay, cool. All right, let's try this once more. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is here. I'm having a hard time submitting the slip. Either way, I'll come back to it. Nurkic over, John? Appreciate that. Yeah, it is over on his points. Appreciate that. Definitely fat-fingered it. But luckily for me, I still can't submit this play. At least on Google Chrome. I don't know what the error message is here, but it's not letting me do it, which is really, really annoying. So if you guys don't know, I'll kind of go through this here. It's Nurkic over on points, flag on under 28.5 PRA, Castle and Thompson under 12.5 rebounds, Keontae George of the Jazz under 6.5 assists, Risharia the Hawks over 11.5 points. And I might have to, I don't know, maybe put this in on the phone or something because this is crazy that I can't get this in right now. 3-man's on Underdog. So we're going to get rid of these fantasy scores. So let's go everything. But welcome in everyone to the stream. Let me catch up to everyone in the chat here for a second. Anton, John, Zeeks, what's going on? Saints fan, what's going on? Hitting Hope. Joey, what's up? Irish, what's up? Ken, what's going on? Chi-Town, appreciate you cooking. Trent, what's good, man? Rick, how are you, my friend? Sorry about the delay, guys, in the stream. Every now and then what I use to have it logs me out after a couple of weeks. And I just wasn't able to get back to it in enough time. So what do we got here? I know I'm on Underdog. I know I'm on Underdog, Irish. It's just I can't. I got to put this Flex Friday slip together on my phone. And it's what? Okay, yeah, submit. Oh, it's a $5 max entry. It's a $5 max entry. So that's the whole reason. I don't know if you guys are limited to $5 or maybe it's just me. But that's kind of why. So normally we don't take this long to worry about this type of stuff, but it's taking me a minute. Over here, I'm not seeing a ton like the Brissett play. The Brissett play is okay. The over on his passing attempts, I can get down with this. Jabari Smith, I like this play a lot. So Jacoby and Jabari. I like these two plays. I'll leave these up here on the screen. And then Jamal Murray. Man, I trust FanDuel a little bit more. I'm okay with this one. So take Jamal, take Brissett, take Jabari. I'm good with those. And then let's see. If you want to take out Jamal, I would say rushing yards for Tyrone Tracy. I like the Tyrone Tracy play a bit as well. I'm currently out of money right now in my underdog account because I have a couple too many slips out there. But I would definitely say that could be something that you can definitely play. Yeah, and the Thompson play bumped to 12 instead of 12.5. So that was a really, really good play. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, flag. Let me refresh the sharp money tool, see if we have anything else new that popped up. Yeah, Nurkic left, but we got this Minot play in the Magic game. And if anyone can get more than $5 down, then maybe I got some limits coming on my account, which would suck. There we go. So that was all what it took. I could only place $5. So let me ask you guys, is it $5? Man, so I got limited? Damn. All right, so this is a modified 5-pick entry that took 30 years for me to put together, which is tough. Let's go over the sharp money tool. Speaking of underdog, let's take a look at some underdog plays. Underdog on the sharp money tool. Now, this is looking at, minus 116 odds, guys. This is if you want to play 6-man slips. Obviously, if you play 3-man slips with no insurance, we're getting this at minus 122 odds. Quentin Post under on his threes. Somebody wants this at minus 117. So the problem here with the 6-man slips is it's a bit of a jump. It's a bit of a jump from 3-man to 6-man entries. So if you want to play some 6-man slips, I'm fine with these plays. It's just you're going to see a lot of variance. Christian, I think you're going to get some various different opinions in the chat. For myself, I would say yes. I have grown. My confidence has grown, I should say, with this tool. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. That it has definitely grown with this tool. I would say, just be, and the biggest reason is while Pinnacle's taking $500 here, someone's putting up almost 3 times the amount on Anthony Edwards, and we can get the under 37.5. So there's definitely been, this definitely has helped. You see Donovan Mitchell, someone's putting $2,100. This really helps in terms of this. I think Alex, for his streams, though I haven't caught one of his streams recently, it seems like he's been utilizing this a lot more. And I agree. I really like the sharp money tool, especially this time of day. Right, games are going to be starting in an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. So there's a lot more of activity, and there's you can just kind of see the liquidity, right? So I'm really in on that. Let's take a look at some better slips. I got to move this around along a little bit quicker just because of my own dumbass just ways. Ooh, yeah, dude, this is really good. So there's a Rico Dowdle boost, guys, on Better. We took advantage of the boost earlier today for Julius Randle, but there's a Rico Dowdle boost. So this is Oscar Thompson of the Pistons, under 25.5 PRA. These are $10 max plays. And then McCollum, it's great to FanDuel, not very good to Pinnacle. I could get in on the Middleton play, though. I like the Middleton play. So we're going to take Chris Middleton under on his PRA. Take the Rico Dowdle play. This is a perfect entry. Of course, Oscar Thompson just got bumped. Of course, he just got bumped. Dropped to 24.5. I guess I can't really I don't want to do McCollum with the made threes and Middleton. You could have some correlation there. It could be nice. I'll try it. I don't know if they'll let me do it, though. That's really the key point here. So what's under 2.5 made threes? They removed McCollum's projection. So once again, we got to move. I got to move a little bit quicker. Jalen Duren, rebounds and assists. Or Duran, or however you say this dude's name. 14.5. Okay. Perfect play, $10. Let me share this with you guys. So things bump quick. There we go. And it's a great question that you actually asked, Christian. I want to put a poll up for everybody. So it's just taking me a while just to type up this poll, but I'm very interested to hear from you guys what you think. All right, let me know what you are putting this poll up right now. I'd love to hear from you guys how it's been. Have you made money? And excuse the typos. Have you lost money? It's trash or it's too expensive. Would love to hear from you guys. Don't hold back. If you want to let me know how you feel in the chat, don't hold back. Not going to hurt my feelings. Trust me. All right, so I'm just going to take a screenshot here. Let's go over to Fliff. What else we got here? Fliff, let's go with like 3 minimum data points. Yeah, this looks to be good on ASU. Colorado College versus ASU. Is this? Oh, this is college hockey. Yeah, college hockey. So over here, Fliff. I don't bet much college hockey, but it looks decent. Appreciate that, Anton. Appreciate your 2 cents. Anton says, I've used the sharp money tool to help me make parlays sometimes. Really helps to have a sharp plus EV play to fill in a leg with soul with a lot of confidence. Let's go over look at some pick six. We got some stat slices on pick six. Honestly, I still feel that these stat slices are still very much inflated. So it looks like a discount to us, but honestly, like, is it actually all that good? So one thing that I'd always recommend doing, guys, over here is like I have a couple stat slices here, one for Julius Randle and one for Alexander Sarr. If I butchered his name, just let me know in the comments. So, or let me know in the chat. So if I go over here to type in what? Points, rebounds, and assists. And we come over here for Sarr, right? So his main line is at 28.5. But a lot of books either have it at 28 or 29.5. So this is always a good thing, guys, just a spot check to see is like, is DK actually providing us value or are they ripping us off? And it seems like at least for Sarr, there's value. And then if we were to look at Minnesota and we were to look at Randall, yeah, his line's at 34, 35.5. We can get a 31.5. So these are definitely discounts that we want to take advantage of. And if I'm looking at league and I just want to look at the NBA, and the NBA is going to dominate with everything that we have. Thompson, again, we're looking at Amen Thompson of the Rockets. Over, looks very good. So I don't know. I'll grab Sarr. I'll grab Randall. It's whoever you want to grab. Honestly, I have a little bit more confidence in Randall's game than I do Sarr, even though the line's higher. No offense to one of the top picks in the draft a few years back, but not really. And there's other stat slices as well. Thompson's at 14.5 points instead of 15.5. I rather bet the PRAs. I like that a little bit more. Looks like this already bumped, so stay hot, Billy. Santi Aldama on his points and assists. They already bumped Santi. They already bumped this. Dude, things just getting bumped left and right. Jalen Johnson, really good at Pinnacle. Not that great to FanDuel. I'd rather have Porzingis under on his points. We're looking at his, what, under 19.5 points. Okay? We need one more. Jaquez. Jaime's okay. It's not awesome, but it's okay. And we're looking at his over 13.5. All right. $10. Can I bet this again? Bingo. All right, let me share this with you guys. Go, 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 go. EV Guru says, definitely made money on it. Feel it should be included with Platinum. $600 a month for both is steep. Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Don't disagree. And by the way, for those of you that do have the EV Platinum plan, so EV Guru and Saints fan, Are you seeing the custom EV formula available to you? Because I just, you guys are my eyes and ears on the ground, and I want to make sure that you guys are actually seeing that. Dabble, for anyone that's looking for some Dabble 3-man entries. And again, let's throw in some 3 minimum data points here. Okay, 3 might be a little steep. Great play on Nick Claxton, under points, rebounds, 22.5. Add that to the slip. Anthony Simons, under 14.5 points. That would be my second pick. And then Oscar Thompson would be the third. So I would go Claxton. If this was me and I was in a state where Dabble was available, I would take Claxton under on points. These are all unders on Claxton, Simons, and Thompson. Claxton under points, rebounds. Simons under points. Thompson under points and assists. All right, well, glad to hear, though, that it's at least available for you guys. And even if, you're not utilizing it just yet, that's all right. At least it's there. Yeah, Ken, they bump very fast. At this time of the day, things bump a lot very fast because there's just a flurry of activity when it comes to betting. So speaking of the Sharp Money tool, outside of the DFS apps, let's set this up where I have player props already selected, right? And let's look at liquidity let's go at least, we got any plays that are at least $2,000 in liquidity? Let's see what we're showing here. Okay, Jalen Williams, speaking of Sharp Money tool. Under 5.5 rebounds. Again, if you guys are new to sports betting, or if you're new to just this tool, or you're new to the stream, here's essentially how it works. OddsJam looks at very sharp books that have no liquidity limits, meaning on NoVig and ProfitX. And there's others out there other than NoVig and ProfitX, but the two popular ones, you can bet whatever you want. You want to bet $1 trillion on a player prop? Have at it, Haas. They can take that. So because there's no limits, but the recreational books like FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, there are limits. You can't bet $1 million on player props. So if you're a professional sports bettor with a very large bankroll in the millions or hundreds of thousands, you don't care about betting $300 on a player prop limit over on a DraftKings or a FanDuel. Hell, you might not even care about betting $1,000. But over on these exchanges where you have no limits, you can bet whatever you like. So if you're a professional bettor and you have a model, and this model, you model NBA player props, and you know that you crush NBA player props at a 9% ROI. You crush NBA props. So you come over here and this person's saying, yo, over on ProfitX, they want you to bet on Jalen Williams over 5.5 rebounds. They want to offer you this price for plus 148 odds, and they're willing to put up $2,000 on this, which means that the person that is offering you plus 148 odds, they really want minus 148 because they want the opposite side of that bet that they're offering you. They want Jalen Williams under 5.5 rebounds, and they want it at minus 148 odds, and they're willing to put up $2,000. Pinnacle at this particular time of the day is only accepting a limit of $250. And with a lot of people that are sharp, Pinnacle is definitely in the conversation of one of the sharper, more accurate sports books with their pricing and their odds. So what this tool aims to do is to show us, yo, there's one guy in ProfitX that wants this at minus 148 odds, and someone on NoVig wants it at minus 145 odds for $1,500. This is $3,500 combined between minus 145 to minus 148. Well, we can go over at Hard Rock and bet this at a better odds price than what the professional sharp bettor is. Now, this could be a guy that's rich and just loves to fade the Thunder. Maybe he's a Kings fan. I don't know. Or he just doesn't like Jalen Williams. But the idea here is that there's a higher likelihood that it's actually a professional bettor that knows what they're doing. So you can bet this on Hard Rock. And unfortunately, you really can't bet this anywhere else at anywhere near this price. You could maybe go over to Bet 105, a Pinnacle skin, and bet this at minus 158 odds. I could bet this at an exchange at minus 156, right? Same thing here with Oscar Thompson. Someone has put up $1,700 for his over 5.5 assists. Excuse me, Eamon Thompson, over 5.5 assists. They want this play at minus 116, right? Now, we can get this again. Hard Rock guys, if you don't know, definitely tell your wife or your girlfriend that you want to go on a vacation to Arizona or to Ohio or to Florida. Florida would be a good one because they definitely have Hard Rock there. I would recommend Arizona because there's more sports books, but tell your girl that you want to go see Billy C in Scottsdale so that you can go have a time at Hard Rock. Tell her you want to take her to Flagstaff where the casino is, which, by the way, guys, that's where I'll be next weekend, Friday and Saturday. A little surprise trip for my girlfriend. She is taking me up to Flagstaff. I will be at the Hard Rock Casino with probably $25,000 at the casino playing all these sportsbook lines. So appreciate you if you're listening, my girl, but we're going to the Hard Rock Casino next Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a time. I got to call the bank and get an advance. It's going to be nuts. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, under 32.5 points. Somebody wants this at minus 107 odds on ProfitX for $2,800. We can go over to ProfitX, or we can go over to Props Builder right now. We can bet this, right? We can just go ahead and grab this at any one of the books. I can go over to Bet Online. I can go over to Bet DSI. We can bet Giannis under 32.5, right? The idea here is Pinnacle's taking $250, right? We really, really want this at minus 105. It's very EV, by the way. This plays very EV to Bookmaker and very EV to FanDuel. So I'm in on this one for sure. Virginia's got it too, Ken. Appreciate that. Go to Virginia. Take your girl to Virginia. Or if you're a girl, take your boy to Virginia. And just go ahead and do that. Good to hear that, Chris. You've had some luck with it when it comes to the Sharp Money tool. Overwhelming response says it's too expensive. I wish I had any kind of input in controlling the prices over there, guys. I don't, but I appreciate your feedback and keeping it 100 because that's what I want to know. So where's this Bucks game at? You know, never like fading Giannis, but this seems to be a very, very good bet. And they're letting me bet quite a bit right now on this. So we'll go in for, I'm just going to go in for a 150 spot here because I'm a little nervous because we're taking an under on Giannis, right? But we'll grab him here at Props Builder. I'm over on Bet DSI currently placing those. Wendell Carter Jr. So the reason I like to go after these player props is because Pinnacle's taking $500, and clearly this is a 4 to 5x multiplier. This guy's putting down 5x the amount of money that Pinnacle's taking on their limits. So somebody really wants Wendell Carter Jr. under 8.5 rebounds. Now, if your Bet Rivers account is cooked, okay, you can just simply try to find a range. Sometimes you can find a range, like Onyx is at minus 132. Not ideal, like where DraftKings and Onyx is, but you could probably get away with it. It's a little much. I like to keep things within 5 cents of each other. So whatever the recommendation is, you know, I try to find a play within 5 cents. This is a little bit beyond that, but I'm okay with it. Somebody has a lot of confidence in Wendell Carter Jr.'s under over here on Bet Rivers, right? So I'm going to go over here right now to a Bet Rivers, and I'm going to go ahead and throw a bet in on Wendell Carter Jr. I don't have access to throw it up on the screen, but trust me, I'm on the phone. We're doing it right now. We're doing it live. F it. We're doing it live. Magic Celtics, under 8.5 rebounds. This game starts fairly soon. So, like, if you're going to get any type of player prop bets in, this is the time to do it. Rebounds, minus 124. Can I do it? Will they let me do it? No, they let me do it for 140. So starting to see some small limits over here on Bet Rivers. But that's okay. I'll still take it for 140. Right? So I'm already getting limited on Bet Rivers. I can't even place a $150 wager. So again, guys, if you're a sharp bettor, these rec books, they're not going to last very long. There we go. So we're in on this. Refresh the page once more. So we talked about Jalen Williams. It's very difficult to get this play anywhere else, guys, other than Hard Rock, which is kind of the way it is. If we look at Bobby Portis, I still think even if you don't have Sportzino, you might be able to find another play that's around minus 150. Sometimes that's not the case. In this example, not the case, right? We can't get this anywhere else for Bobby Portis, but we can for Giannis. We can for Wendell Carter. Josh Giddey, over 9.5 rebounds. Somebody put up 2,200. And this is the strategy, guys. The strategy is pretty simple. I see one person's put up a ton of money. I don't want to see a bunch of people putting up $500 a pop and it adds up to 2,200. I want to see one person put all that money down. That's what really provides me confidence. Appreciate that, Anton. 100% FanDuel boost, $5 limit, John. Good to hear that. EV Guru asks, are you pretty discreet opening up odds jam in the retail sports book, or do they really not? I mean, you can't sit next to the key, right? You can't sit in front of the kiosk with your phone in front of you. You know, you can't be like this and just be like, okay. You know, you have to be discreet. So for myself, I mean, you know, if you go to your local casino enough, they're going to get an idea of who you are, right? But if you go to a casino, like when I would go to Bet Rivers in Pittsburgh, because it was an hour away, I would go probably went like 6 to 8 times when I was there, maybe 5 to 6 times when I was living back home. Ooh, we're going to go over to Bet 105 and grab this. And I never had a problem. But what I would do is I would just remember the plays. So, you know, a tip that I have no problem sharing, and if you find this tip helpful at all, guys, when you go to a kiosk, subscribe to the channel. Check it out, right? But what I would do is I would always go to the bathroom. If I was getting ready to place some bets, I would go to the bathroom and I would take a look at the odds jam tool, because there's no cameras in the bathroom, at least that I know of, and check out some plays. And then I would try to memorize like 3 or 4 plays. The play, the market, and the odds. And then I would just walk over to the kiosk as soon as I'm done from the bathroom and try to place 3, 4 bets. And then I would go and have a drink and chill for a minute, maybe sit at the lounge and take a look at a couple other ones. But, you know, I know that eye in the sky is there. Looking at Giddy, Bulls, Bucks, over on his rebounds. So that's how I like to do it. We're getting this at plus 106 odds. Somebody wants this at plus 110. I'm fine with grabbing that. And we'll go in for this at 175. Okay. One thing that I want to mention, guys, that we mentioned before, as we're kind of ripping through some different player props. A lot of player props. We can go on the Sharp Money tool forever. We'll take a look at some of the other tools. We'll come back to the Sharp Money tool here in a little bit. Last day. Today's the last day to take advantage of my Dub Club sign up, where you can receive 20% off a 1-month subscription. It's $19.99, so $20. You'll receive 20% off. You also receive a 3-day free day trial. If you sign up for the 1-month or 3-month subscription, guys, you will receive a 3-day free trial regardless of this sale. I'm a big advocate of trying something out for free for 3 days before you actually have to pay for anything. So if you guys want to take advantage, though, of the 1-month sign up, 20% off, and a 3-day free day trial, I'll drop the link here. If you were able to tail my NFL picks that I gave out on Wednesday's card, we've secured CLV on all 3 picks. I just gave out my card for the weekend for college football and the NFL. That dropped earlier today. So if you want those, go check out that link right there. Again, this is going to be the Dub Club is aimed for either someone who doesn't have the time or money to either invest in what they don't want to learn the software. They can't afford the software. Life's too busy. You got too much going on. This is where I can literally send you my picks and you're going to receive a text message or email. And it's going to be right there for you. And then you go bet them. And I give you the sports book. I give you the odds range. I tell you where to go bet it at. And I give you some other options sometimes. And then you go bet those plays. And so there's more of a convenience factor here, where if you're out and about on a Saturday, you don't have FOMO because you're missing out on not sitting in front of the screen. You can literally just receive the update right there on your phone whenever I send you the picks. So we already have plays out for today for main markets and player props and alt markets. I also sent out the card for tomorrow and Sunday's NFL games. And earlier this week, I sent one college football play and 3 NFL plays. So if you guys want to check that out, again, it's 3 days for free. You can check it out. Doesn't cost you a dime. So there it is. All right, arbitrage betting. I would definitely advocate. Now we're into the fall and winter with everything's going on all at once. College, basketball and football, college and pro. A lot of arbitrage, a lot of middle opportunities are really good to go after. That's what a lot of people in the odds jam community like to do, which is they'll come over here to the arbitrage tool and they'll just live arb. Or they'll come over to the middle tool right here and they'll just hit up some middles. And while these middles don't look like, oh my God, we got to hit these up, they still look pretty decent, right? On Russ, between FanDuel, Bet Rivers, we could put $250 down on Russ on the over, $70 on the under. We're going to make $2 no matter what happens. If he lands exactly on 20 points, rebounds, and assists, you cash both bets. extremely low to no risk, very high reward. I would implore all of you guys to work on middles. And when it's live betting with middles, things just get so out of sync with these books, you can find some really awesome opportunities. Middle betting is a lot of fun. With pre-match arbitrage, guys, this is the time to go ahead and attack player props. So if you want to, you just come over here. DVIG settings, you can use OddsGM's recommended book weights or Pinnacle. And then that's pretty much it. You just come over here and take a look at all the plays that are available to you. This is going to tell you your return on your investment here in the left-hand column. You literally click on the calculator. You type in how much you want to wager. It's going to tell you how much you're going to make. The more money that you wager with this strategy, the more money that you make. So it's pretty simple. The more that you wager, the more that you make. So there you go. There you go, man. Yeah. Yeah, everyone does the bathroom. No, everybody does the bathroom bets, Antoine. I mean, listen, mama didn't raise no dummy. So when I'm sitting there thinking about like, all right, as soon as I walk in the casino, there's cameras everywhere. But you know where there isn't cameras? There isn't cameras in the bathroom. Now, the only problem is, I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple times that I've came from the bathroom and walked over to the kiosk and kind of mixed up the bets. That's happened before. So I'd highly recommend sticking to like 2 or 3 bets, unless your memory is much better than mine. I might have, I might be like more like a goldfish. But if you can remember like 3 or 4 bets in the markets and the price, and then how much you're going to wager on it, definitely made me stick to flat betting when you're at the kiosk. Then that's one less thing that you have to think about. Just think about the market, the odds, bingo, right? It's a little bit easier. But no, big fan of doing the bathroom bets. Go to the bathroom, check it out, come out, hit the kiosk. And then, I'll go and do something else for a little bit. Watch a game, have a drink. Maybe throw something on roulette for a couple bucks or something. I try to make it, I try to make it a little bit more of I try to blend in my activity a little bit when I'm at the kiosk or when I'm at the casino, because I just know the eye in the sky, dude. They'll always see you. All right, so Russ looks pretty good. You guys can go after anything that's positive here. So maybe this is a DraftKings FanDuel. Maybe it's an Onyx play with VCU, Utah State. If you want to, I would say Kansas, North Carolina, but I doubt that this is real because Onyx is usually stale to the party. But as you can see, there's a lot of point spreads right here. Granted, these are a little bit crazier, but there's some point spreads here that you can hit up. First quarter total points in this Hornets Heat game, you could bet the over on FanDuel, the under on BetDSI. If they score 59, then you cash the over on FanDuel, push the bet on BetDSI. I would love this. I don't have much money left in my FanDuel account. A lot of my money's gone in my FanDuel account right now because they're just out there in pending bets. I think I only have like $40 left. And I think if you looked at my stream yesterday, I had like $2,000. So we got some money over there. So I got $79, which is pretty decent. So the first thing that I'm just going to do over here on FanDuel is I'm going to come over to the Hornets and the Heat. We're going to look at some first quarter total points. And this is going to be an alternate line. Bro, can I get this? Thank you. The main line's at 57.5. So we're looking at the over 59.5. Sorry, over 58.5. This now moved to plus 112. So this is a little bit worse of a price now. Not all that bad. It's not all that bad, though. I can still take that, right? For $79, I would be more than happy to do it. So if I'm like, yo, I can bet this for $79. Okay? All right, cool. So I'm going to pull this off to the side here, guys. Now, I can't show placing the bet over on BetDSI. It's a global sports book. I'll get a big slap on the wrist from YouTube, so I can't quite do that. All right, so let me check this out first. Hornets game, under 59 is minus 115. I'm going to bet $90. Okay. Double check, just waiting for it to be submitted. Great. We just got it for 90. I'll bet this for 79, right? The over 58.5. Okay, so here's what happened, okay? I'm in for a grand total of $169. Nice. All right? So I'm in for a grand total of $169. If 59 points are scored exactly on this game, then I push the bet on BetDSI. My money gets refunded to me. but I win this bet on FanDuel. Now, if any other combination of points are scored in this first quarter, other than 59, then I will lose roughly $1.10. Or think of it this way. I'm really wagering $1.10 to have a chance at winning what? $86, $87? I don't know. My math might be off here. Not bad. Not bad. Or maybe it's 97. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty good money. It's over $70, right? So I'm really just wagering a small amount of money to have a chance to win. So, I mean, I'm always willing to wager a small amount of dough to have a chance of winning some really good money. And now I'm completely out of money on FanDuel. So that's the middle tool. And what I love about this play, guys, is that compared to like some of these other plays that are massive underdogs or massive favorites, this one's right in that flip of a coin type of range, right? And it's not that bad of a loss. I might lose $1 to have a chance to win like $85. I'll do that all day long. So don't be afraid to go after plays on the middle tool that are in that minus half percentage range or less, because you're really wagering 50 cents to $1.50, $2-3 at most, depending on how large your bet size is, in order to have a chance to make some money, right? So there we go. Yeah, Ian, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Ian, is the fact that, one thing that I definitely want to share with a lot of you guys out here, and I do have the plus EV formula up here, guys. We're looking at FanDuel and Pinnacle for NBA player props. So this is, again, NBA player props. I did check NHL goal scorers earlier. We'll check it again here in a minute, but there's only 4 games tonight. I didn't see much that was of value. So, BetRivers is a great example. You're not wagering maybe a ton of money, and you've only made $500 on them, but now they've already limited you. And so why that can occur is because, let's hit the play button. Why that can occur is because you're getting great CLV. You're getting a great price on BetRivers. The trader that's working behind the desk is paying attention. They're like, yo, this dude's like getting a really good price on us time and time again. Or they're running a CLV report and you're showing that you're in that top 10%. They're crushing us. So they just start to limit you because they don't want your action as much, right? So that's the hard part. And that's the difficult part. So, that's something that I learned when I was only betting 4 years ago. I was betting $15, $25 bets, and I noticed I got limited. I was like, why is that? And it's because even though I'm betting small amounts, I'm giving away the information to BetRivers that like, yo, your lines are stale, and you're really giving them some free information, some cheaper information. So it's unfortunate, but it is the way that it is that these books will limit you. Most of the times in most states that I know that people live in, there's usually more than one option for a Canby Sportsbook, but typically BetRivers is like the best in terms of limits. All right, we can't wait here all day long. So let's first just reset this. It's the only thing I have with the EV formula. I know there's a lot that comes with it, but it's a little on the slow side, just a little slow. Let's go to my save filters real quick, and let's just look at the player goals. All right, I don't see anything showing up. No results down here at the bottom, so we're just going to move on because there's just nothing there. Only 4 games tonight. There's going to be more tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, I'll be on at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be going through some more college football plays. We'll look at some anytime goal scores for the NHL. We're going to look at FanDuel right now, and we're just going to look at some NBA. And again, we'll look for some more player props. Now, this is kind of dependent on what you prefer. If you prefer, let's look at a 5% edge. If you prefer plays that, if you like using the sharp money tool because you like seeing where the liquidity is, I know I do, then by all means, check that out. But otherwise, this is kind of one of my other favorite things to do. I understand that not everyone maybe has Hard Rock. Here we go, props builder, Jalen Tyson. Under 9.5 points. This is -1. This is incredible on props builder. Holy shirts and pants. Now, there isn't maybe any movement really from FanDuel. But the fact is, if this is 55 cents off to FanDuel, I'll go on Props Builder all day long, yo. I'll do this all day long and bet this. You see something that's this big of a discrepancy. Anthony Davis, guys, by the way, just got downgraded to out for tonight with the Mavs game. So I don't know how much I really like betting that Cooper flag over or under on his PRA with no Anthony Davis. LaMelo's not going to play as well. Sexton got ruled out. Okay. Just some different injury news. I got RotoWire pulled up here off to the side. We're going to go over to player props. Go on prop spotter, guys, for Jalen Tyson. This is a smash play. I might go in for my max here because this just looks so incredible. Yeah, prop spotter's like giving me the whole. This is what prop spotter's giving me right now. No shit, because you're 55 cents off to the market. Market is suspended. Please try adding a different selection. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You guys are way off on this one. So let's try that one again. If you're quick on it, guys, you're quick. I'll keep this up here off to the side just to, see if we got anything. But we'll have to come back to that a little bit later. Sam Hauser on his points. Is there anyone else? Yeah, so no one else other than Bavad is giving us a price this good. Zach, no, can't say that I have with points and assists. Haven't done it. It's a great idea. Not something that I've jumped into quite yet. I guess it's the reason that I haven't jumped into it is because I've been having so much success with the goals, with goal scoring, that I really don't want to mess up the money, I guess. But it is something that would be wise for me to expand upon. No doubt about that. We talked about betting Giannis under on his points. This is betting his under PRA over here. FanDuel and Pinnacle are aligned on their pricing, which gives me a lot of confidence. FanDuel was at minus 112, went all the way down to minus 128. They've came back up recently. This is only 15 cents off to Bet Rivers. This dropped to 1% EV edge. I was going to say this isn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be. Sports Zeno, we'll quickly take a look. I like to quickly go through these Sports Zeno plays. Is anybody else just offering any price that's close to this? Hard Rock is not a surprise. Not a surprise at all. Mr. Diabetes, no. Hard Rock's the only one offering plus odds. It's an arb to FanDuel. Some of these plays on Hard Rock are a joke. Max Christie, I bet this earlier on the long shot slip under 19.5. This is minus 182 on Pinnacle on FanDuel. Yo, dude. The problem here, though, is with no Anthony Davis, I don't know how good of a play this actually is. Harrison Barnes. Yeah, some of these Hard Rock plays, like the points and rebounds, the points and assists, they're not hard. You're not going to see as many. This is what I'm talking about here. Only book that offers plus 105 odds. Bro. It's too easy. Anthony Edwards. Ooh, this is $1,400. This is a low hold to FanDuel. It seems to be that the consensus is that when you come across a play like this, more people have ended up on the losing end if they bet into Profit X on this. Yeah. Oh, the FanDuel Happy Hour boost. That's right, Irish. We got to take a look at that. Trent asks, hey, Billy, can you find an NBA team play on FanDuel? I have a couple profit boosts. Yeah, so if we look for that, what we'd want to do here, guys, is we would want to go to Pinnacle and we would want to go to alternate markets, right? And we might not find plays that made me this. Let's see. Okay. And then we got to make sure it's only to FanDuel. Okay, so the over 58.5 first quarter points in this Hornets game, it actually looks EV on its own. We just bet this on a low holds or on the middle bet. We just took this on the middle bet, but I would definitely take this play. Or I would take, I don't like the Hornets on the spread now. Just, the news dropping with no LaMelo Ball, no Colin Sexton. I don't know if I really want the Hornets, but I'm okay taking the over, even though betting the over with no LaMelo Ball, no Sexton. I'm still okay with it. If you want to throw your boost on it, either one that you want, it's going to be very EV. Cavs should stomp the Wizards. I think, I agree with that, especially now with Garland back in the lineup. Definitely like that. No Keyshawn George for the Wizards tonight, which could be very helpful. So we got De'Aaron Fox coming back for the Spurs tomorrow, which that'll be really interesting. Nice to see him getting back. And yeah, that's pretty much right now at the moment, the injury news. I'll definitely, though, take a look over here on Twitter when it comes to Underdog NBA to see if there's any breaking news. That's the breaking news, is Underdog NBA. So as of right now, just some starting lineups given out for the Hawks and the Raptors and the Nets and the Spurs and the Wizards. Dosunmu for the Bulls. He's going to be limited to 24 minutes for tonight's game. So that's important to know. A lot of lineups have been already kind of announced, but that's the big one, I would say. So I would go with either one of those for your FanDuel boost. Let's take a look at the happy hour boost. I probably should have saved a couple of my dollars on that middle bet for the happy hour boost. But let me just kind of peep what's going on with the promos. So happy hour boost, get a 100% profit boost to use on any wager, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I only have 27 cents. But definitely something that you want to take a look at. We got some boosts around the world. We got some definite boosts like that. We got some Bussin' with the Boys boost. Make sure you grab this Colts-Falcons boost, guys. Here we go. Nets and the Pistons. Over. Yo. Yeah, I like this one. Pinnacle and Bookmaker agree on the price. Bookmaker just moved from -117 to -119. FanDuel's chilling. If this is -110, it's still fine. Over 116.5 first half total points. Totally fine with that. Nets and the Pistons. Grab that one as well. You can throw your boost on any of these plays, guys. I'm totally fine with all three of these. If I had money in my FanDuel account, I would bet it right now, but I'm out of money. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's go back over the Sharp Money tool. Let's look at some hockey plays for a minute. NBA is getting a ton of love. Let's look at some hockey plays. Do we have any hockey plays? Well, maybe not for -2,000. Not enough money. I mean, we're looking at Mark Scheifele, over 2.5 shots on goal. There's only $500. Somebody wants this at +142 on the over, but the problem is that's really EV. But you can get this at +40 on Bet Rivers. If someone's willing to put up $1,400 to get +142, I'm okay with grabbing this at +140. Scheifele over 2.5 shots on goal. I'm okay with that. What about this Rinzel play? The under. Not enough liquidity, I would say, really, for me to grab this. Not enough here. But for Scheifele, yes. Definitely so. I'm cool with betting this over on Bet Rivers or Desert Diamond. Probably going to get hit with limits on both books. But I only have like $94 in this Desert Diamond account. But we'll look at the Sharks and the Jets. And there it is. See if I can do 90. Yes, thank you. Okay. So I'm in for $90 on Scheifele. Bingo. Okay. There we go. Cool. Outside of that, though, for hockey, not much going on, which is kind of unfortunate. One thing I want to take a look at, too, positive EV tool. Let's go over to college football for tonight. Let's look at some college football. Let's look at main markets. We'll look at alternate markets as well. We'll look at Pinnacle, worst case. Let's clear this out. Let's show all the sports books. What do we have? Don't see this too often. Now, again, guys, I have alternate markets. Normally on the streams, I don't have alt markets pulled up. But, things I don't like to bet on first quarter team totals. Not my style. First quarter total points, not really. I'll bet first half total points for football. Over 52, Betmania. This is a global sports book. I'd be willing to say this is probably an incorrect price. Tulane at +5. Pinnacle's taking 10K. Always when I'm looking to bet college football, Game day, I'm always looking at Bookmaker. And I want to see where Bookmaker has this priced. Tulane +5. So let's look at some college football. I'm pulling this up off to the side here. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I don't want quick SGPs. Clicked on the wrong thing. All right, so Bookmaker has Tulane. Oh, wow, this is a good play. Well, I mean, +3.5 to +5 is kind of the same, but they have +5 at -138. They're taking $27,600 on Tulane +5. So I would bet a lot of money on Tulane. Let's look at the movement here from Pinnacle. Yeah, nice movement. We like seeing something like that. I like seeing something like that for sure. So college football. And you can obviously bet a little bit more on spreads when it comes to college football. And we're looking at Tulane at +5. -122. It's a couple cents off. And I definitely like this. So we're going to bet this one for sure over here on Tulane. I think I have what I got? 135. Okay. What else do we got? First half total points. FanDuel. I have to take a look at what Bookmaker has over here to see what's what. Over 27.5. Obviously, I'm out of money on FanDuel, so I won't be betting these, but could be something to take a look at here. Oh, move to 120. It's really, really good. Okay, we're in on there. -120. Nice. First half total. Yeah, I mean, they're at -108 on Bookmaker. They're taking 3,200. Pinnacle's only taking $1,000. I'm fine with grabbing this over on FanDuel, guys, if you want. +106. Totally cool with that. We got some overs here. We got some Tulane spreads now. Yeah, I can put this in as the correct amount now because I bet this. I can just change this over there, but we got 135 over on Bet Rivers. So some slightly better pricing over there. Cool, cool, cool. Anything else is a little low for my cup of tea. How about UCF on the money line on Fliff? I would definitely grab this. They're at what, +105, -112 over here on Bookmaker. Grab this on Fliff right now. UCF money line. Oh, buddy. That's a smash. I would put 2 to 3 units on this play. How far? That's 17 cents off the Bookmaker. 8 cents off the Pinnacle. Fine by me. There we go. Okay. I'm in on that. All right, guys. That's where we're going to stop the stream for tonight. I'm going to be in tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be going through college football. We're going to be looking at NHL anytime goal scores. I know there's going to be some NBA games going on. A lot happening. Hopefully, you guys were able to tail some plays, find some things that are sharp. Again, last day for the Dub Club discount. You found anything insightful on the stream, subscribe to the channel, like the video, send it to a friend that struggles gambling. Let them know that we can help them make money. If nothing else, guys, enjoy your Friday evening. Don't have too many cervezas, and I'll talk to you guys mañana. Take care.